What's going on YouTube? Saturday morning, I'm down here with the $15,000 flat top. For whatever reason, they ain't decided to tow this thing, or impound it, I should say. Got spider webs all over it. Last repair we did to this truck, we had the belt pop, and it took out the belt tensioner. Took that out, so we put a new one on with a new belt. Actually, not that one, it's on the other side. I'll show you on the other side, but that was the last repair we did early in the year. I put this brand new turbo on. It's the boil water turbo. Other than that, it's due for oil change. Do the oil change and put the AC line back on. Y'all know we took the AC lines off and got some brand new parts put on. So I need to put that on. Probably change out the AC drive too, but you know, don't really need AC now. Last year we replaced the radiator hose right here, as well as the gasket that goes in between this section right here. It's a gasket in there. Put a new gasket on. We end up putting all new silicone heater hoses on, the blue style, better material. So it's not much to do with these old school engines. Go to the other side. On this side of the engine, for all y'all that don't know, I'll run through it right quick. You got your starter. I only leave a starter on the truck for 3 years, then I put a new one on. The reason for it is, it's only, a starter is like $250. You pay somebody maybe $100, a mobile mechanic, 3 bolts, he'll get it out. Or if you go to Freightliner, maybe $1,000 in labor, whatever you guys pay for starters. But you got your starter, you got the turbo. Like I said, I just replaced the turbo. And you got your emission system. You know, this 07 came with emissions, which is all this up here. This big old thing right here, this is the EGR. I forgot the name of it, but it's the EGR system. With that right there, what that does is make sure you don't make it to 1,000,000 miles. It like goes from like all right up in here. It's got a bunch of pipes and shoe shine connected to it. That just makes sure that you end up having to go get a brand new truck later on, because you can't figure out why your truck don't run or it's derated and stuff like that. So that's what all that shoe shine do. But you know, talk to the right people, then make sure it work forever. Mine, this one right here went out one time. I took it to Freightliner because I didn't know it was out. I took it to Freightliner, and when I took it to Freightliner, they said, yeah man, your EGR system, you need a new EGR system. I said, how much? They said about $2,500, $3,000 for just the part. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I left there, went to go see my Migo friends. I ain't never had a problem with that EGR system ever again, baby. Oh, it worked perfect. Migo made sure it worked perfect forever. On the Mercedes, you got 6 individual cylinder heads. Comes with gaskets for all 6 of them. Mine need an overhead adjustment, costs about $550, but it can live without it. It ain't never had one though. You got a gasket right here. Mine need to be replaced. You take out these 2 bolts right here. It's just a gasket to go in there. Gasket probably like $1. And over time, when you had a truck about 10 years, little gaskets like this need to be replaced, and all it does is just stop coolant from coming out, or oil or whatever is pushing through this system. This particular system right here, it looks like it's all EGR related, so in this case this don't need to be replaced. You can just leave that right there. Migo took good care of all that. Radiator hose right here. If y'all know, radiator hoses do not last forever. Drain the system out, put a new radiator hose on. You got one right here, you got one on the other side. You got your Horton fan clutch. Fan clutches don't last forever. It's about $750 for a new one. Just put a new one on, baby. Put a new one on. Out down here, got your alternator, you got your AC compressor. These parts don't last forever. 7 years on the alternator, AC compressor. I forgot, I never researched it. Other than that right there, you got your air compressor right here. When it started to go bad, it'll leak oil and shit. You know, that's what all this oil down there is all around. And you see all that oil? That's all from the air compressor. Need to get that swapped out, put a brand new air compressor on. All them gaskets and shit running through there is, you know, the gaskets don't last forever. When the gaskets go out, you get all this puddle oil, but it still build air and all that. But, you know, we could use a new one. Shots don't last forever, man. You know, if you ever change out a tire, get new shots, or I try to change my shots out every year. You know, you can do it yourself if you got an impact wrench. Hook up right here. This one got a bolt in the back, so you have to connect 1 1/8 right here, or 1 1/8 is one or the other. Hold that right there, take that off. The bottom one, you don't gotta do that. You just take this off, put the new one on, put the new shock on. So I try to do that. I got brand new steer tires. I didn't replace the shocks because my shocks was already new. And I never go with Chinese in the front. I always go with name brand. I don't care what the tire costs. This right here is a brand new Yokohama steer tire. As y'all can see, try to go with Yokohama steers. I prefer the Yokohama brand, man. They give me about 4 years out of my steers. These are 24.5s right here, big boy. See, this all fresh tread though, because they brand new. I got them, I believe I got this tire at the beginning of this year. So you got your filter inside of here. Which housing is this? Your steering, damn, can't even think of the name. But you got your filter in now. You need to have somebody vacuum the fluids out, change out that filter on the inside, put new fluids in, you know. Always check to make sure this is nice and sturdy. You got your pump, steering pump right there. You can always get that brand new. Mine ain't never gave me no issues. I never had steering problem issues with this truck, so, you know. But when they go out, yes, they sell that part. You can buy a whole new system. Right up in here, I always check for air leaks that'll be coming from the brake valve. This part right here don't last forever. Mine still look fairly new. If you ever hear air and shit leaking from here, this is easy to replace. You got your city horn, mine brand new, but I need to put a new fuse in the box down there. It's not much here. Right here you got your fuel pump. All my fuel is sitting in the bottom of the tanks right now, so there's no point in trying to start the truck up. I don't even know if the batteries are good, but I need to get fuel from the bottom of the tanks. I need to get them through the fuel lines and on off into the engine. So the thing about the Mercedes is it get cold outside, their fuel tend to go back. All you gotta do, just start priming the engine, baby. As you start to prime, you'll hear the fuel coming through the lines and going out. The primer get kind of hard. Start priming probably about 100 times. In the winter time, you may be priming for about an hour, and eventually it'll start right up. What a lot of people do, because they don't know, all you gotta do is prime this Mercedes engine. They'll take starter fluid and start to dump it in the cans, and it'll start that way eventually. It may start then cut off, start then cut off, because it's still losing, you know, fuel, it's losing prime. But if you want to avoid all that, you can prime it. Let's say you prime it about 100 to 200 times, it still won't start. Then you can shoot a little bit of can of starter fluid in here, shoot a fire right up the first spray. But this particular engine, because I didn't hear it so long, I just know the trick. This right here start up every time, as long as the batteries ain't dead. You know what I mean? If the batteries are dead, then you're gonna need to prime this and be getting the jump start at the same time. It ain't too cold outside though. I think it's in the 60s, about 60 degrees, so if the batteries ain't back here dead, it should fire up. But this is a real simple engine. It costs $8,500 for a basic end frame, and I'm running aftermarket engine parts, man. I didn't even go OEM. I'm probably the first trucker in history to put aftermarket parts in the engine and live to tell about it. Yeah, because I ain't seen nobody else go with no goddamn aftermarket rebuilt. Everybody else is OEM. This is aftermarket, and we still waiting for it to break down. You know, we're still waiting for it to break down. I bought this truck back in 2018 for $15,000. We in 2023 for going 2024. I had the motor rebuilt back in 2020, 3 years ago. And since the motor rebuilt, we ain't had no engine problems. I don't drive the truck no more. It's kind of retired, but you know, people be asking me, Andrew, you got a spare truck? I got 2 spare trucks. You know, right now I drive the Classic. If the Classic break down and I just ain't got it, Old Faithful right here, motherfucker start up and run. If Old Faithful go down, well, I got another truck. I got the blue truck with a brand new motor. It's waiting to get its turn. But unfortunately, these old school trucks just ain't breaking down like people thought that they were. You know, they just ain't breaking it. And then it's like, with this particular motor, like I just told you, I rebuilt the inside of the motor for $8,500. You blow the motor, it's $8,500 to rebuild. So it's like, okay, I know rebuilding this motor, I done got 3 years out of it. I can make plenty of $8,500 within 3 years. So now I'm not advocating for y'all to go out and get this motor. This is a special motor. It was rebuilt by a certified Mercedes-Benz mechanic. He's certified by Mercedes-Benz to rebuild this motor. That's who rebuilt this motor. And you know, he rebuilt it. I ain't seen the man since. Now, do I need to go see him? Yeah, I need to go see him, man. I need to go up here. I need to have him check my cylinder heads. I need to re-gasket everything, maybe, because I need an overhead adjustment. So when he take all the valve covers off, you know, he can see if things are leaking up there. You know, have him do the valve adjustments and stuff like that. I need him to put me on a new air compressor, you know, and then look for any type of oil leaks, anything like that. Let him do all that. But I ain't seen that man since the rebuild. Shoot, man. Hey, Andrew, would you go back to him? Of course I go back to him. The problem is ain't nothing breaking down to go back to. All he do is rebuild engines. But you need a blown motor to take to him. Unless you just want to, you know, rebuild your engine. But I don't know how long this engine gonna last. Show y'all that belt and that tensioner we put on. There it is right there, baby. So that went out when we was at the silo. You know, a lot of people don't know how I get my maintenance done on my trucks. I tend to only get work done when the truck is working, when the truck got low, when we got a lot of motion. I get my work done on the go. So, you know, in this particular case, I was loaded at the silo, belt broke off. I just went on Google Maps, called up a diesel mechanic, a mobile mechanic right there in Atlanta, Georgia. Really didn't matter what he charged, because you know, we get paid so much to do these Tega loads. He came out right there at the customer, changed all that shoe shine up, we kept rolling. So a lot of this work I get done on the go. You know, even when I was in Texas and Odessa, y'all know I stopped at the hotel, called the mechanic out, whatever I needed, he done. But with these old school engines, they only gonna be, the reason why I use mobile mechanics, with the old school engines, you only gonna be doing basic work anyway. Technically, all the work you can do yourself. You can do the shots yourself, alternator, AC compressor, the belt, the tensioner. You know, it's just I don't know how to do it. So, you know, don't know how to do it, which is another reason. If you listen to some of the old school truck drivers, they tell you, hey, when they was driving these old school trucks, every weekend they got home, they couldn't go to the house. They had to be out here with their toolbox on the ground, changing out all these parts. So when I hear stories like that, I don't want to learn how to do anything on the truck, because I'm afraid if I learn how to do all this stuff, change out all these parts, then there goes my weekends. There goes my home time. Now I'm out here with all these toolboxes and parts, trying to change out turbos and alternators and this thing. You know, I'm hating trucking. I'm telling other people how difficult it was. I don't want to learn how to do nothing. I call a phone number, they come out here, and whatever I need done, that's their job. I didn't go to school for diesel mechanic. I went to school for truck driving. I just drive the truck, baby. Could I save money? How I save money in trucking, I save money by charging the customer more money. That's how I save money. I save money by getting my ass away from DAT load, boy. I save money by staying the fuck away from them drive-ins over there. That's how I save money. Save a whole lot of money. Shit, how much fuel is even in this truck? I feel like it's ready to go. I feel like it's ready to go. Check the hood, boy. Stick that hood boy up in there. All right. Oh yeah, got plenty of fuel up in there. Okay, you have to stickers. Where we at with these things? Okay, 2023. So I'm finna need 2024 with the stickers in January. I need to take this shoe sign off, man. Why I still got that carrier name on? I need somebody to make me an official decal, man. That's what I need. I need somebody to make me an official decal. I need to go to Ramsey Chrome Shop, get me a new one. What is this, 4-inch? About a 4-inch. One screw at the top, plug in. Yeah, I need to order me 2 of them. Give me 2 of them. The lens is missing. One of these. Oh, look. I got my annual vehicle inspection for DOT right there. Y'all be wondering, Andrew, why they don't inspect your truck? I got the annual DOT inspection right here, Mr. DOT officer at the scale house. Oh, hey, sir, can you pull around back for a DOT inspection? Sir, I got the annual DOT inspection red right there. No problem. You're free to continue. It's probably a little bit more. Sure, fire right up if the battery's good. When you got low batteries, you want to get it the first crank, baby. When you got low battery, you don't want to be out here just cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking. No, you don't want to be doing that, baby. You need the first try. What else we gonna talk about on here? AC condenser, brand new. Well, it ain't brand new. It's fairly used, I guess. If y'all want to know what that thing is hanging over there, I gotta put the new AC lines on. That's all. This thing won't have no more Freon leaks. But the main thing I was just trying to show y'all, I'm trying to actually show you because I'm here at the truck. And see, it's not a movie. It's a real truck. It's a real truck. I know some of y'all think y'all watching Cartoon Network or ESPN or something. It's a real truck. Really is this. A new tie rod down here. And a new rubber piece. Just a whole new tie rod. Probably come with it. Rubber piece here. Actually, this is the tie rod right there. That's actually good right there. That's good. We need to pump some oil in that on the zerk point. Zerk point right there. Shoot some oil up in there. That's good up there. So it's just this end right here. I forgot the name of this end. But that need to be fixed. Probably on both sides. It's getting old, that's all. Get some oil up in there. What else? What other type of questions y'all gonna have for this truck? Remember, the basic end frame is $8,500. That's just the inside parts. You still got the cylinder heads. That's gonna run you more money. Oh, and I say $8,500 too. That was a basic end frame with label with a brand new turbo. So don't forget, if you need a turbo like I did, then that's included. If you don't need a turbo, it was cheaper. If you need cylinder heads though, I don't know the price of cylinder heads. When we took mine off, mine was brand new. So, you know, if y'all don't remember why this engine failed, somebody rebuilt the whole motor brand new with cylinder heads and everything. But what happened when the mechanic that rebuilt my engine, when he took out the pistons, if y'all go back and watch the video, they didn't put the rings around the pistons. So for whatever reason, I don't know who put it on, they didn't put the 3 rings around all the pistons, and didn't have none. So the engine basically flooded, you know, but it lasted for however long it lasted for. So we're gonna call that I don't know if we'll call that a manufacturer's defect. We're just gonna say somebody else probably rebuilt it. You know, maybe the company I bought it for, because they rebuild engines too. Maybe they rebuilt it. My mechanics didn't put the rings around it for whatever reason. But real simple engine, man. A lot of people don't like Mercedes. Like I said, since I bought this truck in 2018, I only ever hear, oh, people still use this place? Y'all discovered me out here, huh? They still ain't told me shit. Y'all be like, Andrew, why you don't pay for parking? Because there's too much free shit going on around Tennessee. You just know where the free shit is at. See how big this fucking lot is? What the fuck am I paying for parking for? Shit. Just keep a tracker device on there. And that's why I keep the camera down when I record, so motherfuckers don't discover where I'm at. What else? What else we got? It's just such a basic engine. You got your radiator. The radiator, I believe, is $750 to $1,000. You know, you can always replace that. If you want them hill climbing mofos, go and replace that. But it's not really, this truck don't really cost a lot of money as far as underneath the hood. What I was gonna say is I bought this truck back in 2018, and hopefully it ain't too much sun for y'all. And since I bought it, I only had one engine breakdown ever in the history of this truck. And somebody asked me what happened, so I'll go ahead and show you what happened. I was unloading the chemical trailer up there in Texas. The truck was just sitting idle, and I was back there by the trailer unloading. If y'all don't know, I used to do chemicals for a whole year. I was the flammable driver for quality carriers with this truck right here. This used to be a hazmat truck. So if y'all want to know, can you buy a $15,000 truck and run the most explosive shit on the road? Yeah, you can do it, because I did it. So if you look right here, between the block and the top part of the engine, I had coolant coming between, which, let me see if y'all can see that. Okay, y'all can't see shit. Let me bring it back here so you can see. It's so bright outside. But anyways, I had coolant coming between the block and the heads, pouring down, okay? And basically it just needed an end frame. So we cut the block, put new pistons in, did all new connecting rods, everything that goes inside there, all aftermarket parts, put on this brand new aftermarket turbo. And I love this aftermarket turbo too, man. This Borg-Warner, now I know a lot of y'all don't like aftermarket. Borg-Warner, this was $1,200. Take that back. It used to be $1,200. This one was $1,700. Inflation, of course. Just so y'all know, a lot of things went up, so I had to pay $1,700 for this. It used to be $1,200. So new turbo, basic end frame, put back on the same cylinder heads, put new gaskets, and you know, that's all she wrote from now. What could I do now to improve the engine? Well, we could take it over to, like I said, the person that rebuilt it. See all that oil and shit y'all see, all that shit coming from old gaskets. Take it to him, let him re-gasket the shit. All that oil is right here from the oil. You got the oil housing right here. This is your oil cooler housing right here. And basically, if y'all go back and look at the rebuild video, we didn't do anything to it. It's got a gasket holding it on. The gasket, like I said, all these gaskets, they don't last over time. Just need to reseal everything, okay? I got a brand new oil cooler sitting in the truck too, but we need to put a whole new gasket around there. That matter of fact, that whole piece is all connected to this. It's all one piece. So all that just need a new gasket, and that'll free up majority of the oil problems. You know, they small though. All that oil, all old engines leak oil. Okay, if it's leaking, if it ain't leaking oil, it's probably something wrong with it. It's okay to be leaking oil. Leaking oil just means it's working. If it ain't leaking oil, you better start shaking, you know, doing something. Something ain't right, unless you just got a brand new rebuild or something, you know. Check down here. Yep, that's busted too. So this whole piece right here, it's about $276 at Freightliner. Oh, that's another question. Y'all be asking me, hey Andrew, man, I was watching YouTube. YouTube said they stopped making all old engine parts. Are they supposed to stop making old engine? You got to stop with the nonsense. They sell every part on the truck. It don't matter if it's obsolete. I'm gonna tell you how I feel for it. Let me go to the other side. Tell you how I feel for it. Went to the dealership. Y'all know, when I first got this truck rebuilt, I took it to Love's for the very first oil change. Love's came down here for the oil change, and they might be on the other side. Yeah, it's on the other side. When they turned the freaking what's the word for it? We're gonna call it a knob. When they turned the knob to drain my oil, they stripped it. They couldn't get it back in place. Okay. I went to the dealership because I needed a brand new oil pan. You know what the dealership told me? Oh, it's obsolete. They stopped making it for this old truck. That's what they told me for a whole year. They did. They told me that for a whole year. So for a whole year, I had to constantly go to Walmart, and I was doing oil changes every week on this motor. Now, you know, I didn't mind, you know, it's always got fresh oil in it. Cost me, you know, a lot of money. That's another thing too. So not only was I doing an oil change every week on this engine, I still bought a whole nother truck, rebuilt a cat motor and a classic while doing an oil change on this damn truck every week. Just calmed up with just 3 bottles of oil a day. Not a day, but you know, you get that. For y'all, for the people that know, they know, okay? Then a year later, I go to a whole nother Freightliner, but see, I didn't notice, you got Freightliner, you got Tag Truck Center, you got Premier Truck Group, and you got some other Freightliner. I ended up going to Shreveport, Louisiana. What is it? Is that Tag Lone Star? No, it's Lone Star. I went to Lone Star right there in Shreveport, Louisiana. Just happened to be in there with Coco. And I said, man, everybody else told me this damn oil pan was obsolete. Let me see what these, I give them the VIN number. They said, oh yeah, it is obsolete, but anything that's obsolete, we get on the accelerator. They got a program at Freightliner called Accelerator. And basically if it's obsolete, they'll just make you a brand new oil pan. They just take they got the blueprint, they'll take a new mold of it, it'll take about a week to get to you, but they'll just rebuild you a new one. Not rebuild, they'll make you a new one. So I ordered a brand new oil pan. So this oil pan is brand new. It went from obsolete to brand new. You see how that worked? Not used off another truck, not from the junkyard, brand new, fresh mold. Okay. I don't know if y'all can tell though, baby. Y'all like, damn, Andrew, that's a lot of oil. I can't get the old truck because it's too much oil. It's too much oil. I don't know what to do. Shut the hell up. Yeah, like you ain't never seen no oil. Grow up. It's just some oil, man. Sorry. Just some oil, baby. Doesn't mean the truck is working. What the hell is you talking about? DOT gonna have a fit. DOT. Oh my God, DOT. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about DOT? Let's fire it up. Oh boy, I ain't been in this thing in so long, y'all. Okay. Man, this thing needs some lotion up in here. Do we even got some batteries? Oops. I ain't got no glass right there. Let's bump it up past 12. A little bit more. Boom, there you go right there, baby. We got just enough. All right, let's see if it's in neutral. All right, here we go, baby. There it is. Got good oil pressure. Good oil pressure. That's the air alarm right there. It's building that pressure. Got good voltage. Voltage climbing up. Got brand new tires on the back roll. Need to check the oil in this differential right here. Rubber piece starting to tear off on this torque arm. Get a new torque arm, maybe $145 or something like that. Not sure. Rubber piece good over here. It's starting to break right here, so get that replaced. That right there keep the frame from twisting. Like I said, check the fluids. You know, pop that out right there, put new fluids in. Well, just top it off. All the shots back here look all right. I'd rather get all new shots though. Tires good back here, baby. So the whole back roll is good. Nice and thick 24s. These two right here can come off. It's about maybe 30 seconds. That's a brand new tire right there. So I forgot we did that new tire right there. Airbags inflating, going up, stand back in case they blow. Check the gauges. Still got good oil pressure. $906. We have 961119. Building now pressure. 961,000 miles on here, baby. We got about what? 40,000 miles to 1,000,000. You gotta know the fuel gauge, man. The fuel gauge is brand new right here, but the wire got cut down there. I got the fuel gauge. I'll just show y'all. Give me a second.